History is shaped by unexpected decisions, remarkable discoveries, and unbelievable moments that changed the world forever. From secret wartime missions and accidental inventions to heroic rescues and ancient mysteries, these are 11 true stories that prove reality is often more incredible than fiction. Before central heating existed, one invention helped people survive the cold more efficiently. In the 1700s, staying warm during winter was difficult and inefficient. Open fireplaces filled homes with smoke and allowed much of their heat to escape. Then in 1741, Benjamin Franklin designed a new type of stove known as the Franklin stove. Its metal design was created to provide more efficient heating while reducing smoke, compared with traditional fireplaces. The invention became popular because it helped make homes warmer during cold winters. Franklin never patented the design, believing useful inventions should benefit everyone. A simple improvement in heating technology helped change the way people lived. Imagine living in a city where almost nobody knew the real purpose of their job. During World War II, the United States secretly built an entire city called Oak Ridge, Tennessee. More than 75,000 people lived and worked there, but most had no idea what they were actually building. Workers operated enormous machines, followed strict instructions, and were told never to ask questions. The city didn't even appear on most public maps. Its secret mission was to produce enriched uranium for the Manhattan Project, the program that developed the world's first atomic bombs. When the war ended, many workers were stunned to learn what they had helped create. Hitler's deputy secretly flew alone to Britain, without Hitler's approval. In 1941, one of Nazi Germany's highest-ranking leaders did something no one expected. Rudolf Hess, Adolf Hitler's deputy, secretly flew alone from Germany to Scotland in a Messerschmitt Bf-110 aircraft. His apparent goal was to negotiate a peace agreement with Britain before Germany invaded the Soviet Union. But the mission failed. Hess parachuted from his aircraft, was captured by British forces, and spent the rest of the war as a prisoner. Hitler publicly claimed Hess had acted alone and stripped him of all his positions. Historians still debate what Hess believed he could achieve. World War II, Britain attacked the navy of its own ally, fearing Hitler could take control of it. In 1940, Britain made a shocking decision. It attacked the navy of its former ally, France. After France surrendered to Nazi Germany, British leaders feared the powerful French fleet could fall under German control. So they launched Operation Catapult to neutralize French warships stationed around the world. The most dramatic clash happened at Mers el-Kebir in Algeria, where British forces opened fire on French ships. More than 1,000 French sailors were killed, creating deep anger between the two nations. Britain argued the action was necessary to prevent Nazi Germany from gaining control of the fleet. The attack remains one of the most controversial decisions of World War II. To save their city, they deliberately flooded their own land. In 1574, the Dutch city of Leyden was surrounded by Spanish forces. After months of siege, the city's people were starving. With no conventional way to break through, the Dutch made a desperate decision. They opened the dikes, deliberately flooding the surrounding countryside. The rising water allowed a fleet of shallow draft or boats to sail across the flooded land, delivering food, supplies, and soldiers to the city. The Spanish were forced to retreat, and Leyden was saved. The most dangerous part of Apollo 13 wasn't just surviving space, it was making it home. Everyone remembers the astronauts of Apollo 13, but few know about the massive recovery operation waiting on Earth. After an explosion crippled the spacecraft in 1970, recovery ships and aircraft were deployed across the Pacific Ocean. The U.S. Navy positioned the aircraft carrier USS Iwo Jima at the predicted splashdown point, ready for a precisely timed recovery. After nearly 6 days in space, the astronauts safely splashed down. Within minutes, Navy helicopters lifted the crew from the ocean. One order destroyed an entire convoy, even though the enemy never arrived. In 1942, Allied convoy PQ-17 was carrying tanks, aircraft, and supplies to the Soviet Union through the Arctic Ocean. Then, British commanders received reports that the powerful German battleship Tirpitz might be approaching. Fearing a devastating attack, they gave a shocking order: scatter. The merchant ships separated, leaving them vulnerable to German submarines and aircraft. By the end of the operation, 24 of the convoy's 35 merchant ships had been sunk. Ironically, Tirpitz never attacked the convoy. The decision remains one of the most controversial naval commands of World War II. A mistake in a laboratory led to a device that changed millions of lives. In the 1950s, a simple mistake helped lead to a medical revolution. Engineer Wilson Greatbatch was building a device to record heart signals when he accidentally installed the wrong electronic component. Instead of producing the expected signal, the device created regular electrical pulses, similar to a heartbeat. Greatbatch realized this idea could help people whose hearts beat too slowly. He developed a small, implantable pacemaker, and his work helped transform heart medicine. Two NATO allies nearly went to war over fish. Between 1958 and 1976, Iceland and the United Kingdom fought a series of confrontations known as the Cod Wars. Iceland expanded its fishing limits to protect its valuable cod stocks. Many British fishing vessels refused to leave, so Icelandic patrol ships began cutting the nets of British trawlers. The Royal Navy was sent to protect the fishing fleet, and the two sides repeatedly collided at sea. Despite the dramatic confrontations, no full-scale war ever broke out. In the end, Iceland largely achieved its goals, and the dispute helped shape today's 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. A computer said nuclear missiles were coming, but one man decided not to believe it. On September 26, 1983, the world came dangerously close to a nuclear crisis. A Soviet early warning system reported that several American missiles had been launched toward the Soviet Union. The officer on duty was Stanislav Petrov. According to the system, a nuclear attack had begun. But Petrov suspected something was wrong. Instead of immediately reporting a confirmed attack, he waited and investigated. Later, the warning was identified as a false alarm caused by a technical error. His judgment became one of the most famous examples of human decision-making during the tense years of the Cold War. A single stone allowed humanity to read the secrets of ancient Egypt again. In 1799, French soldiers in Egypt made an incredible discovery. They uncovered a broken stone near the town of Rosetta. It contained the same text written in Egyptian hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Greek. For centuries, no one could read hieroglyphs. Then in 1822, Jean-François Champollion used the Rosetta Stone to finally decipher the ancient writing. Suddenly, thousands of Egyptian inscriptions, monuments, and tombs could be understood again after nearly 1,500 years. One stone unlocked the lost language of an entire civilization.